of return to governor, deputy governor-elect and winners of House of Assembly seats in Akwa Ibom State. Budget breakdown. Akwa Ibom State government earmarks 142 priority projects for execution in 2023 fiscal year. Plus, Command Science Secondary School holds maiden inter-house sports competition. Good evening and welcome to the news at 7. I'm Kelvin Samuel with details of the headlines and other stories. Do stay with us and note that this broadcast is reaching you live from Star Times 1 Channels 103 and all our social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube. Do well to like our pages. Now, Governor-elect Akwa Ibom State Umoeno and the Deputy Governor-elect have received certificates of return from Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Akwa Ibom State. Corresponding report that winners of seats in the House of Assembly also received their certificates of return. The report.
Governor-elect of Akwa Ibom State Umoeno, alongside his Deputy Senator Akun Enyagenyin, have been issued certificates of return, having emerged victorious at the March 18 gubernatorial elections in Akwa Ibom State. Presenting the certificate of return, the INEC National Commissioner May Agbamuchembu noted that it is in line with the provisions of the Electoral Act and charged winners to deliver on their campaign promises to the people.
It's pertinent to note that being successfully elected into an office is a call to service. Beyond the excitement of your new office, you must commit to good leadership and must ensure that the trust and votes of the electorate are reciprocated with good governance, security of lives, positive human and infrastructure developments in Akwa Ibom and in Nigeria by extension.
The governor-elect reassures the people of unity across party lines while pledging to deliver on his mandates.
That everyone should come together and celebrate. Today is a day of good tidings for Akwa Ibom, and even those that did support us made us to work. You see, if you got this without a contest, then you won't appreciate what you got.
Winners of seats that make up the House of Assembly also received their certificates of return. In Uyo,
Akwa Ibom State government has earmarked 142 priority projects for execution in 2023 fiscal year. Commissioner for Finance Dr. Linus Nkang at the 2023 breakdown says the projects cut across roads, aviation, health, fire service, education and other critical infrastructures. Clement Barikwe has details.
A breakdown of the 2023 budget of 700 billion naira shows that the state government intends to increase internally generated revenue from 43.8 billion naira in 2022 to 47.8 billion naira in 2023. Total recurrent expenditure stood at 344 billion naira against 335 billion naira in 2022. A breakdown of the budgetary allocations to ministries, departments and agencies shows that Ministry of Works and Fire Service has the highest allocation of 174.7 billion naira, followed by Office of the Accountant General, which has 113.1 billion naira. Ministry of Special Duties and Ibom Deep Sea Port has 46.9 billion naira. Government House 28 billion naira, while State Budget Office is allocated 27.5 billion naira in the 2023 budget.
The issue of implementation has never been a problem. A budget, I've always said, is a guide. Implementation actually depends on the actual money that comes in. That's why at times we record lesser percentage in some areas. This year, from the presentation we've made, we've even made higher percentage than what we estimated in the budget, which means we had more money. So budget implementation and performance is a function of availability of money. But budget is always providing a guide, a focus, and a direction that the government should focus the available resources to, so that the government should equally be accountable So it is our prayers that this year we will have more money to be able to implement our budget even more than 100%.
Speakers at the budget breakdown commended the state government for sustaining transparency in budget implementation.
In preparation to this budget, I want to tell us that all the various stakeholders will be carried along, just like what we do in citizens' budget.
This is an opportunity for the money received by the state government from January to December. If you go to the website, how to spend, since the level of implementation, they are all there.
Gratuities in 2022 perform relatively good in comparison to all other years. But we want to encourage that gratuities payment in 2023 should be enhanced.
The 2023 budget breakdown was attended by critical stakeholders in Uyo, Clement Barikui, and Nta Uyo.
Meanwhile, fake jobs, scholarships, internet phishing and hunting are some of the current trends in human trafficking the world over. Those were the words of the Director General of National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, Professor Fatima Waziri Azi, at the distinguished leadership lecture held in Abuja. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday has details.
Trafficking in persons has continued to evolve with globalization, especially with digital transformation, which analysts say has led to massive online exposure. The sensitization campaign to the University of Abuja is to further expose young Nigerians to strategies being used by traffickers to lure potential victims into their nets. Director General of NAPTIP, Professor Fatima Waziri Azi, told the students that there is no free lunch anywhere, and when everything is free, they become the products.
No fewer than 40.3 million victims are trapped in various forms of slavery across the globe, and 30% of victims are children. The recruitment process is deceitful, and most victims are lured by false promises. Some are even escorted by relatives, while others are trapped out of greed, knowing the implications of their actions.
Requests for sex by lecturers to pass students is also prohibited and classified as sextortion.
We ensure that students have access so that they do not have anything in fear. And when they report, we protect their confidentiality and we get to the bottom of it. If you keep what has happened to you to yourself, it's going to happen to another person. So, but if you report with courage, you are helping to stop this crisis.
Patience, hard work, and again, having that knowledge, having that mind to say no to all these glittering offers, because as they always said, not everything that glitters is gold.
Prevention, protection, prosecution, partnership, and policy are the strategic pillars being used by NAPTIP in addressing human trafficking in Nigeria. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday, Nta Uyo.
We'll take a short break here, more news, and I'll return. Don't go away.
On behalf of the management and staff of Nigerian Television Authority Channel 12 Uyo, your dependable station, I, Mrs. Alice Ugbe, General Manager Nta Uyo, do hereby congratulate our dear Governor-elect, Pastor Mo Baselo, his deputy, Dr. Kone Yarayi, and all elected members of the National and State Assemblies. I pray that the good Lord will grant you the capacity and wisdom to excel and take your nation and state to greater heights. Long live Nigerian Television Authority. Long live Akwa Ibom State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Roseville Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suites for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef.
Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badge Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying tuned. And if you're just joining us, this has been the 7 p.m. news of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Channel 12 Uyo. Now to the rest of the stories. Religion and the enthronement of democracy have been identified as major contributor to the loss of cultural heritage of the people of the state and the country at large. Traditional institutions say the loss of cultural practices can lead to reduced social cohesion and widespread of mental health challenges, as an individual's culture is closely linked with his or her identity belonging to a community. Wisdom Jacob, who interacted with a traditional ruler, now reports.
Cultural heritage can be described as the sum total of the people's cherished arts, customs, festivals, sacred or worship sites, norms, among others. Cultural heritage, which is tangible, comprises of historical buildings, monuments, landscape and sites, while the intangible is meant for traditions, languages, traditional music, folk tales, and values which vary from country to country. The coming of Christianity, according to royal fathers, has played a vital role in the loss of one's cultural heritage, as some of the practices are considered as taboo in some localities.
I could decide to dress like a traditional ruler or like an Ibibio person, but the moment I get close to a commercial motor vehicle where sometimes in the park an evangelist or pastor is trying to pray to commit the journey to the hands of the Western God or the Christian God, and you are going with traditional attire, you are dressing as a cultural person, you are trying to maintain your heritage, they will all leave that place. In fact, the way the evangelist will look at you, but if they tie up the vehicle flags, they may attribute it to that herbalist, that traditional man that was inside the vehicle.
Like Igbo masquerade, which is the main culture, what Akwa Ibom people were known for as one of our traditions and culture. The Ekpe masquerade and many other traditional displays, they are gradually diminishing.
Democracy, on the other hand, the traditional institution notes, has also contributed to the loss of traditional practices due to government policies.
I advise the incoming government to uphold our cultural heritage, to uphold, to encourage it, to promote it, but it should be done more cautiously by allowing the village heads to come in there, because it is we, the village head, that will be able to see how we can control and know who are being selected to take care of such tradition.
So the next administration, please, I am begging, they should bring back our language, they should bring back our tradition, they should immortalize people or allow us to immortalize those we want to immortalize by way of tombstone and sculptural works like that, depicting scenes, depicting things that happen. When I sing Jogosion, I remember the first speaker in the Eastern House of Chiefs.
The preservation of cultural heritage can only be possible through the collaborative effort of the federal government, which is responsible for legislation. In Uyo, Wisdom Jacob, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Senate of the University of Uyo, in her 124th meeting chaired by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Nta Uyo, has announced the elevation of several faculty members to professional cadre. A statement by the acting registrar Linus Okoko indicates that a total of 45 staff whose external assessment report for appointment into the professional cadre returned positive. It comprises 21 professors and 24 associate professors. This move is a recognition of their significant contribution to the university and their respective fields of research. Tiger House, popularly known as Yellow House, has emerged the overall champions of the maiden inter-house sports competition of Command Science Secondary School, FA, a Tidan local government area, with 570 points to beat Green House with 536 points. Red House took the third position with a total of 505 points. John Paul Alumina report that the Director Division Education Brigadier General E.C. Echebiwe charged the students to take their studies and sports seriously in order to become great in future. The report.
The maiden inter-house sports competition of Command Science Secondary School, IFA, 18 and local government area of Akwa Ibom State, commenced with a colorful parade by the 5 houses, which include yellow, tiger, blue, stallion, red, rhinoceros, purple, dragon, and green python house. The representative of the General Officer Commanding, Brigadier General E.C. Echebiwe, commended the commandant of the school for his creativity and innovation, which brought about the event, noting that the Nigerian Army is committed to both the physical and mental training of the students.
It was very impressive. The students performed very well, and they turned out, even parents and the state, they followed positively to attend the question to improve the school, also cooperation of the state also to support too.
The commandant of the school, Lieutenant Colonel Amobio, says the school is geared towards instilling discipline, good morals, and academic excellence of the children, insisting that the combination of academics and extracurricular activities will help the students discover their hidden talents.
The aim of this inter-house is to develop the student both mentally, physically, and otherwise, and to bring in peace and harmony and regional integration among our students, starting from the youth.
The students took part in 100 and 200 meters junior boys and girls, senior boys and girls, as well as 4x100 meters relay race. The parents and staff were not left out in the competition.
I'm very happy as at this moment for winning the overall best.
We thank God for our house masters and our house mistress who contributed in everything that we have done. May His name be exalted in Jesus' name.
I expected my house to become second in the house because we had all our best we trained, but I'm very surprised and I feel very, very bad and sad.
I'm glad, I'm happy about our progress in the maiden inter-house sports, and I say a big thank you to the commandants and the GOC 60.
In the invitation relay boys, Nigerian Navy Military School came first, Community Commercial School Ikorebre second, and Salvation High School third. Then in girls category, Etinan Institute took first, Beulah International School second, while Salvation High School came third. High points of the event were a presentation of gifts to the special guests and trophy to winners in various categories. The management of the school says it will continue to give qualitative teaching to enhance the overall physical and mental growth of the students. From FA 18 and local government area, John Paul Alumina, NTA News.
With that story, we wrap up the English segment of the news tonight. While we may do more, Samson is standing by for the Biblio translation. I remain Kevin Samuel, reminding you that to be a star, you have to join NTA campaign to stand against rape and rapists. Have a good night.
utem ainek eno ngombun na mege kanna kembo ba ufigu ba ngweri toro kendo temerino ibara kokse edi kama inam po kiswa 2023 e wore bo kiban ko se binam ayogo ibat ikieke bieba miba Ufong Wade, Command Science Secondary School, etu marinam mbre mbuba. Akwa ibum meko mo nyang meru we meri mo Samson yai kum membok nyen sini no mbufu kendo bre yomi. Owo ke kanna kembo ba ufegu bok nterai wuru kara state army umoeno ye uriana mo ebon weri toro mbuba ufegu bok. Etu adai wuru fogutum ainek ka kwa ibum state. Nko mboneke kanna kemboba ufegu bok amu fogutum ubob mbet emaibo akemmo ekoro yai kumbogomi oyogo yogo Owoke kanna kemboba ufegu bok nterai wud ukara state army ye uriana mo umoino ye senator akunne yagayi ebon weri toro mbuba ufegu bok ntemboro meke kanna kemboba ufegu bok amemmerai wud ukara ameke na mako yosen efreta Kofiong Itaiswa 2023 ka Akwa Ibom State. Nangake sana ke ngwet itororo ano mo arai wuru fogutem aine kirutnyen me abamuche mbu amabo ke arina madu asanga kendutem mbet irutnyen ke banga kembuba ufigu bok anyonga bo yak mon ameke kanna kembubaru ena mo byong utem mo no fon koro menwongo ammo awo ke boyo kente rai wut ukara steremi amabo ko imo yainam me anwongo imo nanga nte kitang nkoki yainam no frewu eriana ket man eri kop inemu wem kembono ronko mbono meke kanna kembo ba ufegu bok ame ufogutum ubob mbet ema nyonga boy me ngwet itoro mo meku yo uwemedi mosa ukara Kwa Ibom State etang ibarakop ye ibaran po sebinam ke seremi kiswa 2023 adogo ibaran po ikieke dieba miba ado commissioner segem po bangan dutama kok Dr. Nsikan Linus Nkan aketang me ibaran po mi anyong abo kem musok ado kente ikbele nsong iren ubomofam ufong wet uryong song koro mempom fen yaikum bogomi ndutam ibara tokse state army ebi kama inampo kiswa 2023 aru ibat billion naira ikie itiaba agorobo ke ukara state army ebo ke yaerpe makop eseke boy nte army swa 2022 akerogo billion naira abamita yubak kemi swa 2023 abiro billion naira abamitiaba mubak inyangainam no eriyong ebo kokokse ekebiat ekamaina ngampo kiswa 2022 wakero billion naira ikieta yeba minang ke akberogo billion naira ikieta yerep mefat kerikinam ibat kebanga kendo tamaru ama agorobo kufogutum esegam poebanga ngaisutum yufogutum usempambanga unama ntaikang edo ufogutum sokok akbonokan ama ibarakok adogo billion naira ikieket yeta merubenang yubak nko ufogutum usempambanga nutam ubarakok enie ibarakok billion naira ikieket yedwebeta kini ufogutum mesegam poebanga mesanga sangutum koro ibom deep seaport enie billion naira aba mitio ke yubak nko ufogutum ukara enie billion naira edap mitiaita kini ufogutum mesegam poebanga nutam state enie billion naira edap mitiaba yubak kiswa 2023 me akbana tangi ko kerina madu ema ko mukara state army kem mensani fak yubyang utum ommo kerinam nutumero anwa kem bonodo army swa 2023 mensionsio akamandutam gesteremi korom membong emari wana ebo ke eru bono yena etu morinam ukarira kami aro takpanpo anama noiru wem yiro mbono wo yen kanpok asup membong emaibo kemme utori nama mesenam mbono wikana itoyo arinam ndutam ye eru bono ommo yaikum bokomito wisdom Jacob
Mempose benekteyo mido ye medu kang ngena dom poy kemake di bentangbo kedo mempoy nang aga kubok medu kpono medinama musoro mitiu idu kpono okoro mension pomfen mendu tumomi ado mbon seket kenyen ado nte mufok mempo bodo da meka ikot kini afenedo mempo so wi mikete kenyen ado mubonompo musem mikwo kangen mboiset je mension pomfen ndien kidon kereket eni ke mension ke nutumi ko basiedi kidon de rimbut member itaibo ke namata kambio upiong utum si ado sok mido ye medu kangen ado mempo do ibanga kidami kusukida songpo senang bono webo kedo tai diongpo kemenkang demoiba ketongo ukara nkang fong okar khodi me mbe itaibo ke kena asnubo kendutum adi biat mempo set egesinang ake akene mensionsio mbe dia mubonompo sukara benedi mbe atodo etu mempo seremi akabanga kami etemeke nam ya abak na akaba ado akambo kairenyen ana tena ado atu kedi na membet ana tenem mempo mi ke buyo kami Wisdom Jacob kombok NTA
Akwa ibu ntembok nyen kendo bre yo mi trero nyam meru we medi mo samsene sosonga kempang utong asiere